thinking right now, like, oh, the guy that's sitting behind, just clicking, is going to talk to us now. Okay, what's up with that? Bahayam, Leo Pachet, Naga Yahal, Sabash Ilahi, Tilahum Naiga. Sorry, I'm learning my tribe's language, so bear with me as I get through this. But my name is Leo Pachet. I'm an enrolled member of the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ron here at Nike. Well, I guess I'm at Gonzaga, I'm not at Nike. But at Nike, I am a director on the university relations team, so I lead our internship programs and our full-time hiring of students from the university. At Nike, I'm also on the Native American Network leadership team as the chief of staff, so I get to work with Izzy and Sam all the time, and it's an amazing role to be in. So before, I just want to kind of set the stage, like we're kind of transitioning now from the N7 conversation to life at Nike, what the internship program entails. So just to help us kind of transition, I have another video because we are just stock full of videos. This one is from our co-founder, just giving you a little bit of that Nike energy.
We believe that to play is everybody's birthright, that the joy of competition is powerful, that being an athlete is meaningful, that sport can slow Father Time, that through sport we can carry ourselves to greater things, by our circumstances, find a path to greatness. If you have a body, we believe that you're an athlete. But we know that not everyone believes. We believe because we have felt the shiver go down our spine at the memory of hitting that three or breaking a cake. We have felt the hair stand up on the back of our necks as our heroes write themselves into history. The same hairs that will rise to salute your story if you believe. Find the athlete in all. First step, shot, twist, jump, tackle, sprint, jog, or walk. Power, meaning of the sport. So we commit to you. We commit that we will create the product, the experience, pitch, court, story, and the yet to be thought of idea that will make you believe. Use the power of sport. Fight, scrap, draw, breath, and go again for you. For all of you. Better.
So it's always important for me to start with that video because I think it really kind of sets the tone for what we get to do as Nike employees, and it's power sport, whether it's on the biggest fields, biggest stages, biggest platforms, or if it's working with our youth and our communities. We get to do that as Nike employees, and it's just a really unique and amazing place to be. So hope you enjoyed it. So just a quick overview of the agenda for today. I'm going to give you just an overview of what life is like at Nike as an employee. You all know Nike, the brand, the apparel, the footwear, all that good stuff. But I'm going to talk a little bit more about what it's like behind the scenes, the peek behind the curtain, if you will. We're going to talk about where we're located. Then we're going to dive into our internship program specifics, what our internship program entails, when it's happening, what are the roles and functions that you can apply for. We'll talk about next steps and timelines, and then I'm going to save about 10 minutes for Q&A as well. So let's dive into it. So, well, before that, Izzy trusted me with some giveaway items here. So we're going to do a little pop quiz, but you get to win something instead of just answering your teacher, right? So first one, easy softball question. What does N7 stand for? There we go. I heard it right here. I don't have to walk very far. Thank you. There we go. All right. So Nike's mission is to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. Can anybody see something unique about this statement right here? Anything stand out to you? There's an asterisk. Or is that you up there? All right. I'm not going to ask you what it means because that's a harder question, but the athlete stands for, or the asterisk stands for, if you have a body, you are an athlete. So we are here to bring inspiration and innovation to everyone through the power of sport. So that is what Nike stands for. Nike is one of 3 brands that exist under our umbrella of Nike Inc. Can anybody tell me what the other 2 are? Give me one of them. Jordan and Converse. He got them both. Here, you can give one to a friend. How about that? So yes, we are 3 brands of Nike Inc. So Nike, Jordan, and Converse. Jordan started in the 80s with a elite athlete we all know and love, Michael Jordan. So we built a brand around him to serve our community, our consumers, and it's blown up, and it's been an amazing journey to have to go on with Jordan. And it's just another kind of pillar that we get to support our consumers in a different way under the Jordan umbrella. The third one is Converse. Converse has its own identity and unique identity. That's what's amazing about the 3 brands is they all serve a different purpose. Converse has been around for a while. We didn't create Converse, right? Does anybody know how long Converse has been around? Close, even longer. They just had their 100-year anniversary. Yeah, so they've been around for a long time. They started as a rubber company, rubber footwear company in Boston. And their identity is unique in the sense that they are going after the creator. If you look at any of our Converse content that's out there, it's more on the artistic. It's still sport in a different environment, but we're looking more through the lens of the artist, the skater. So it's an amazing, again, brand pillar that supports the work that we do. Talking about pillars, we are a company that believes in values. And so our purpose-driven values are people, planet, and play. So when I talk about people, that is our internal employee base and our suppliers that we work with. So we want to ensure that our employees are being treated as fairly as they should be, that we are seeing representation across the industry, and that we are doing right by identifying suppliers that come from diverse backgrounds as well. So that is our people pillar. Our planet pillar is pretty straightforward, right? We want to protect the planet that we are living and working in. So underneath all 3 of these purpose pillars, we have goals, goal set for 2025. You can actually go to Nike, I think purpose.nike.com, and they are all transparently shared out. We update them every year, and we want to be held accountable as a company to be doing the right thing. It's one of our maxims, doing the right thing. So when we talk about protecting the planet, we don't know what the future holds. We have a lot of people working in different parts of the business, whether it's how we're getting to and from the events that we're attending, to the way that we're creating new materials with Nike Grind, for example, taking old recycled shoes, putting them into tracks. Actually, you're seeing a lot of shoes and apparel that if you go to the website, you'll actually see a little signature or a little emblem that says that this is made of sustainable materials. So we're really protecting the planet. And then the last one is empowering communities. So if any of you were aware, last night we were at the warehouse hosting a youth clinic, and then we held an amazing moment at the Spokane door. If anyone came out for member night, making sure that we are showing up for our communities, not to push product, right? We're a for-profit company. We have shareholders to support and make sure that we're doing right by, but we are really intrinsically motivated to do right by our communities and showing up for our communities, getting youth active, and moving people forward through the power of sport. So that is a little bit about what we're about behind the scenes, right? When you go, I highly recommend you check out the purpose.nike.com site to learn more. There's so much more detail that I can only scratch the surface here in the 10 minutes that I have, but that is the purpose-driven pillars. Now we're getting more into the internship experience, where we're located, so Nike Inc. locations. Can anybody tell me where Nike World Headquarters is? Portland? Yep, I heard that over here. It's Beaverton, it's close enough. The greater Portland area. I think that's what you said, right? Yeah, exactly. So we are in Beaverton, Oregon. That's where our Nike World Headquarters is at. We have over 14,000 people working there. We have over 280 acres of land that really has that campus vibe. So it's really interesting. If you were to come to campus to WHQ, you would actually feel like you're walking through a college campus. And that was the mission of Phil Knight when he was building out this campus, right? We started in an office building per usual, like most companies, well, garages and then office buildings. But and he actually started out of a van. But I digress. Our campus is just really wanting to have that energy of walking through a college campus, having facilities to get active and make sport a daily habit. We have 3 amazing gym facilities, 2 Olympic-sized pitches. We have Olympic swimming pools. So this is an amazing space to be in. And then outside of Beaverton, I talked about Converse. That's where our headquarters is still located. We do have Converse employees in different locations that work out of WHQ and some even globally. But Converse is still tied to its roots in the Lovejoy Wharf area in Boston. And then for anyone interested in working in distribution centers, whether it's supply chain or demand management, we have distribution centers that we hire interns into. Our biggest one being in Memphis, Tennessee, where we have 3 amazing facilities out there. We also have them in Dallas, Ontario, and Bethlehem that we hire interns into, and we have other facilities as well. And then we also have our territory offices, or what we call key cities, in Los Angeles and New York. So what you'll see span across all these locations, regardless of where you sit. In my role, I also oversee our global internships, and I've been fortunate enough to travel to our European headquarters. Is these 3 things are going to be so apparent no matter where you're going. We have work that we got to do. Obviously, we're all working on game-changing projects and bodies of work. But we also make sure that we have that great work-life balance. So you see things like summer hours, which is we take off at 12 o'clock if your work allows it, right? Some of us work past 12 o'clock on a Friday, but on Friday, you're able to cut out and enjoy your weekend a little earlier. We have flexible workspaces, so you can work in the office, you can work remote. And then we have the opportunity to learn about our history, learn about how athletes are, how can we innovate on behalf of our athletes. So we have an amazing Nike Sports Research Lab, which is hosted in our LeBron James Building of Innovation. I haven't even been allowed to go into that building yet, except for the cafeteria. So good luck getting in there, but it's an amazing space, I hear. We also have a Department of Nike Archives where we have all of the history of the last, 50 years plus of Nike. So all of like our original lasts of shoes. We did an amazing moment this last summer with our N7 Intern hosting what we call the Cage, where they were able to tell the story of Nike N7 for the past almost 2 decades. And then play. So we have the opportunity to facilitate getting out, getting active, but then we also have things like intramural sports and summer social events. So you'll see if you go to our website, we host something called Just Do It Day every year. It's an amazing moment to bring all of our employees together. Think of like a company picnic, but Nike-fy it. That's what that is. So amazing moments. And then talking about Portland, Oregon specifically, when you think about relocating to a city, we want to make sure that you know where you're relocating. You have the opportunity to learn more about where you're potentially going to live, because our internship program is not just for the summer, and I'll get into that a little bit more here. But Portland, I'm biased because I grew up in Portland. I'm from the area. I moved to Seattle for a little bit, and then I came back. But amazing food and drinks, super bike friendly, great public transportation, amazing live music, sports, and then you've got this amazing location or proximity from the beach, or what we call the coast. It's not really a beach. You're not getting in the water on the Oregon coast. And then we have the mountain, and either one is an hour away on either side. So great location for, again, someone who likes to get outdoors.
Students are making masks. It's not you, it's them.
Okay, thank you. I was like, okay. Thank you. No worries.
I get it.
Yeah, thank you. This is being recorded, and we'll make sure that you have access to it. So if you miss anything that you want to come back and review, you can. So it's a class. Don't be late. Yeah. And go Zagstein. All right, so let's talk about what we're really here to talk about, which is the internship program. So our internship program is 10 weeks over the summer months, so June to August. They're in all 3 of the brands, which is why I set that up that way. We hire into Nike, Jordan, and Converse. We have 2/3 of our internship program is undergraduate, and 1/3 is grad. So opportunities for both MBAs, undergrads, master's students. We've hired PhDs or legal students in the past as well. What I'm really proud of for our program is we're built on, again, 3 pillars, which are change the game. We want to make sure, getting some feedback here. All right. We'll deal with it. So change the game. One is like we work really closely with our managers. It's taken a lot of work to get to this point, but we make sure that every intern has a project that they're owners of and accountable for the entire summer. So this is done before you would arrive. So that way, when you arrive, you just start working on your project. When you leave, you have this stamp of like completion of like, I did this, I worked on this, and this is where it's going to go next. It's not busy work. You're not getting anyone coffee. You're not working on something that nobody else wants to work on. It's something that is impactful to what we need to do as a company to move forward. The second one is called Build Connections. And so this is really an emphasis on making sure that you make the most of your 10 weeks with us. So when you come to Nike, you are given your manager, you have a peer coach, you have a mentor, and then those individuals are empowered to help you make more connections throughout Nike. So it's not just within your business or within your function. You get to meet people like Robin, like Sam, like Izzy, even if they don't work in your ecosystem of your day-to-day. And the networks, the Nike United networks help with that a lot as well. The last one, so we have build connections, change the game, and I'm totally spacing on the third one. Oh man, it's great. It's a good one. It's a good pillar. I also should admit that this is the first time I've done a presentation like this in 5 years. So I'm usually not on campus. So this is fun to be behind a podium again. I'm loving that. So the other piece that's really important is this is a paid internship. You are relocated to Beaverton or to any of the other locations. So housing stipend is provided, salary and relocation benefits. There's also opportunities sometimes to travel to other locations to experience what those are looking like. And then the last one that you see there, Nike Inc. discounts. Yes, our interns do get the glorious 50% off, which is what most of our intern paychecks go to, is going to the employee store and shopping. So it comes full circle. And then you also have other discounts available on campus. So let's talk about the eligibility real quick. I'll try and get through these so we have some time for questions. But intern eligibility, so we are looking for undergrads, as I mentioned, and grad students that are graduating between December 2024 and June 2025. So the reason for this is our program is conversion-based. We want to see interns come back to Nike full-time, just like Izzy did, just like a lot of our Cradle and Johnson who just came back. We want to see individuals come back. It's not just a splash in the pan, come work for us and then go back to school and we'll see you later. It's really intentional of wanting to create a pipeline for future leaders at the company. So that is why we have those graduation dates. Again, undergrad, grad, we talked about the GPA. This is for undergrads only. And then the availability to relocate. We only have the one during the summer. We only have the one internship dates. So making sure that you're available for those moments. And then this slide talking just about our programming throughout the summer. So my team, we own the experience for our summer internships. So making sure that you're having access to senior leaders, getting to hear from individuals like John Donahoe, James LaDuca is our Chief Diversity Officer, or who you see on the top of the screen there, Howard H. White. He was instrumental in hiring or signing Michael Jordan. Just an amazing person to hear from. And our interns get these intimate moments where it's just interns and the speaker. We also have opportunities to get you out enjoying the sun in the summer in Portland or Beaverton. And we do the same thing across our different locations. As you can see, we have our Converse interns there. And then another amazing moment here at the bottom of the screen. If anyone's familiar with Galen Rupp, an amazing Olympic runner, we have athletes that come and speak to our interns as well. So all these are intimate, intentional moments with our interns, our athletes, and our leaders. So here I'm going to go through some of our different positions. I'll go quickly through them, and then we can have questions, or if you want to stay after and ask me about specific roles and functions. But we have 5 primary kind of parent organizations that we hire interns into. So it is an enterprise internship program, meaning that we are hiring interns into these moments, as I was mentioning, for full-time opportunities. So all of these functions are opting into the intern program because they want to hire full-time students or full-time individuals after they graduate from their studies. So consumer creation, so this is thinking about the products and items that we're creating. So if you're someone who is creative and wants to actually build product, consumer creation is a great fit for you. I'm a little biased. I think corporate functions is pretty amazing because that's where I sit in human resources. But this is, we think about how we power our employees to do their best work. So finance, human resources, SCI is an amazing space to be in as well. Those you're working with the communities that we talked about earlier. Supply chain and operations. So again, thinking about, or if you're interested in like sustainability, or you're interested in sourcing and manufacturing, getting into the actual facilities, these are some amazing positions for you too. Air manufacturing and innovation. If anyone's an engineering student, this is another amazing space. Actually create the airbags that go in shoes. Technology, software engineering, data and analytics, those types of spots we hire into. And then last one's consumer and marketplace. So this is our marketing kind of forward positions. So then the last slide I have before I'll end with a video. This is our recruitment timeline. So where we are at right now, obviously in November, our undergrad applications did close in October, but we are in the process of interviewing and offering for undergrads. Our December deadline is for our MBA students. So if you're interested in applying for positions as an MBA student, just check out our website, which I have a QR code for you after this slide. Those close December 3rd, so you still have a little bit of time. And then by March, we have our intern class finalized and we start our onboarding process and making sure that you have a smooth transition from studies to our offices. And then the last thing I'll call out on this slide is spring 2024. We have what we started this year called the Sophomore Scouting Summit. And so this is for individuals who are not at that eligibility level yet, right? Sophomore, freshman. What's that? How many sophomores are in here? Hey, there we go. And a whole bunch that just left. I'm counting about 10. So this is going to be for you then. If you're interested in signing up for this, again, making sure that you register. I have the QR code for that as well. I have all the QR codes. This is an opportunity for you to connect with us once again, but this is going to be more of a prep. So we want to make sure that you have the tools that you need to go into recruitment season ready. So it's not a guessing game of like, oh, what kind of questions should I prepare for? What should my resume look like? We're going to give you the answers so you can make the most of your application process. So without further ado, I'm just going to leave you with one last video and then a couple of slides with QR codes, but then I'm happy to take questions if you have time, if you got to go. Totally understand. I won't take it personally. But thank you so much for your time. And this is a video recapping our 2023 internship program.
It is a tradition across Nike, Converse, and Jordan to celebrate the beginning of your summer internship experience.
We all went through to get in the seat that you're sitting in today. Let's give yourselves a round of applause for all that hard work.
Your creativity and impact will shine, so now it's time to show them it.
I love how, even though I'm an intern, I'm truly valued and my voice matters.
I can express myself through the clothes I'm wearing.
From where you are, no matter who you are, you're accepted here at Nike.
Here you get the opportunity to take on your own project and showcase who you are.
I feel like I'm a lot more invested in that because I got to choose.
My project is to get inventory to the right places at the right time.
We work with design, work with data, with finance, whatever comes together on a common theme of sports. Here we serve, we all have to step up to those leadership moments to make great things happen. And I think that's truly one of the most remarkable opportunities that we have working in that community.
Line of the ledger. It's amazing to have everyone come together to make a great product.
You're rocking out, ready to put a comp on, running through the project presentation, we're ready to go. Take it on.
There's tons of in here.
Differences are your superpower. You, future of the world.
We're waiting in line to go meet John.
Because we need you to bring your skills in your culture, in your community.
So I'm going to skip past this one, but this is, you can use that email address if you have questions. This QR code is for our job sites if you want to check out what internships are still posted, or if there's any seniors in the room, as you get closer to your graduation date, making sure that you check the website to see what opportunities are available for you for full-time roles. But this one is important. If you did not RSVP or register ahead of time, please scan this one and fill out the form so that we can keep in touch with you and let you know of new opportunities. If you're a sophomore, we'll give you details and send you a save the date for the scouting summit. But this is the way that we'll be able to keep in touch. So please scan that one. And then I know it's 10:01. I got nowhere to be. I don't know if anyone else has this room after us at 10 o'clock, but I'm happy to take questions if we got time. Or if you want to get out and get back to class or enjoy the start of your weekend. Anyone have class today? Anyone else? I mean, yeah, I was gonna say I was I was a business school student, so Fridays were my no class day. Loved it. Many moons ago. But, yeah. Cool. Well, if you don't have any other questions, thank you so much for your time. Great to be here. Thank you.